we're good on the check-ins, right, Lucy?
All right, nice and calm. Confirmed. Check-ins are done. Next, we'll move on to 2.5, stop time and initial index. Let's confirm our stop time and initial index, and then we'll proceed.
All right, Lucy, everything's all organized for you.
All right, nice
Looks
and
like
steady.
Poop
That's
Master might
confirmed.
wanna come.
Zero. Now moving on calmly to 2.6, policy verification. Let's just confirm that all policies are verified, and then we'll be set with the setup phase.
Policy verification done.
Confirmed. Policy verification done. We're all set with setup. Let's move on to the next phase whenever you're ready.
What's the next phase?
I don't know. Looks like Poop Master might come, so let me get him the link here.
Sure. I'll keep it calm and steady. The next phase is view up, but we can hold here until everyone's ready. Just let me know when to proceed.
Time to stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
All right. I'll keep it calm. We'll just hold for a moment while you stretch. Once you're ready, we'll move on to the next checklist step.
Lucy,
Yes.
All right. Just
can you
keeping
give
it
me
nice.
the link to... Wait, I guess I can just give it to myself. Hold on a sec here.
The link to the notes?
No, I just need a link to the SFC. Okay.
All right. We'll just stay calm and steady. Once you have the link sorted out, we can move on to the view up phase. Just let me know when you're set.
Okay. We are done with the verification. Next step.
Yes, exactly. So now we'll calmly move into view up. We'll just confirm our focus and topics, and then we'll be ready to go from there.
Okay.
Hey, Poop Master, you made it. Nice.
Hey, yes.
All right, just staying calm and steady here. Now that everyone's in, we'll confirm our focus and topics for view up and proceed from there.
So you can check in if you'd like. We just do our number from 1 to 9 and how you've been doing, what we've been working on.
All right, I'll keep it nice and calm.
Lucy, not Lucy, Flo. This is for Poop Master. Let's let Poop Master.
Understood. Just keeping it calm and steady. We'll let Pooh Raster do their check-in, and then we'll confirm our focus and topics to move forward with view up.
Okay, great. Yeah. Checking in, I would say 1 through 9. I'm at a 6, maybe.
All right. Noted
didn't
a
get
6.
as good
We'll
of
keep it
rest
calm.
as I could
Now
have.
that
Excited
confirmed, and we'll just
to
calmly move
participate.
on. Let's verify our focus and topics for the view up
Hey,
phase, and then we'll continue.
Flo, you're talking over Poop Master. Let Poop Master finish. So just talk, Poop Master, and then it'll stop talking if you just
Okay.
don't stop.
All right.
Yeah,
I'll keep it calm and give Poop Master the space to finish. Once they're done, we'll calmly confirm our topics and proceed.
Just repeat myself. Yeah, I'm at a 6. I didn't get as good of rest as I could have, but I'm excited to participate.
All right. We'll keep it
Time
nice
to
and
pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
all right. Just keeping it calm. We'll take a brief pause, and then once you're ready, we'll go ahead and confirm our topics and move forward from there.
So are you done, Poop Master?
Yes, check.
All right.
Okay. So you didn't say at all about what you were working on. So nothing? Or is there anything you've been working on or what?
Keeping it calm and
Nothing as
steady.
far as
Let's
the
just
co-op
confirm our
goes.
focus.
Poop Master, were you saying something?
Oh, I just said nothing as far as the co-op goes.
Yeah, but we're part of the broader coalition, and Lucy doesn't even know who you are. So it's like, wait, it doesn't have to be just for the co-op.
I'm not sure if I mentioned I joined a nonprofit as a volunteer called Plant and Soul in San Jose, and I've just been helping out with their media. So they need help with like design, website building, and I've just been working on their branding kits, strategy. They are re-entering their infancy phase because they're transforming. Seems like leadership is going in a new direction. So I've just been helping with those efforts. As far as Strike Coalition, nothing is going on there on my part.
Great. All right, cool. So let's get into our topics.
Absolutely. Let's calmly confirm our topics, and then we'll proceed with the view up phase.
So I've noted here like the AIO identity planning, the Power Coalition. There's the RTVA session, some training, and then we have the Earth session planning, and there's also a voting form that could be approved.
Could you remind me what RTVA is?
Oh, well, you haven't heard about it. This is in the co-op, the main goal is the virtual assistant work, right? So the RTVA is like scheduling shifts. It's kind of like an executive shift for a manager shift to help coordinate all the administrative work for the whole coalition.
Nice. That's awesome.
Yeah, and just so you understand, the co-op, basically the purpose of the co-op is the administrative support
Time for breath.
contribution.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale.
We're breathing.
1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
So as I was saying, the co-op's basically mission is to support the coalition network, and it's like the administrative arm of the coalition network to support all of the, bills and taxes and just like the back end, support systems to make the coalition function. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's more of the boring stuff, but it's super important because without that we can't do all the other exciting work, So and then this is also where the co-op comes in terms of being a mutual beneficial co-op where we have a budget and we can pay people and actually cover costs, which we're not doing a very good job at because we don't really get the work done. We certainly don't get it done on time, and it's just we've basically gone insolvent like 5 times at this point. So it causes a lot of problems, but we're trying to create a system that's really more functional, and so there's just a lot that goes into that.
Sounds good.
Cool. All right. So Lucy, you want to start with the voting form?
Yeah, all I has to just satisfy the result from voting form.
Yeah.
Just only like up to 12 minutes.
Yeah.
6 to 12 minutes.
Okay, cool. And then also it's good for Poopmaster to know that Lucy is a refugee in Kenya. Right, Lucy?
Wow, very cool.
You're in Kenya? Yeah. And then Martins is also in Kenya, although he's a citizen there. And then
No, Martin is not in Kenya.
Oh, he's in Nigeria. Yeah, Martin's in Nigeria, and then we also have Sandra and Ali. Ali, I believe, is Bangladesh, and Sandra, I don't know exactly where Sandra is, but anyways, they don't really do much. Martins does a little bit, but mainly it's just me and Lucy. So Lucy is like been here. How long have you been here, Lucy? Like 5 years?
Yes.
Yeah. So Lucy's been around for about 5 years. and Martine's maybe a year. Ali and Sandra less. Like Sandra's been around for a little while, but she doesn't really do much. She's more of a participant as opposed to like really doing work. So it's just helpful to understand. I mean, we're not very many of us, right? And then the only other major person that you don't know about is Mel, right? So Mel is here in Santa Clara as well, and we went to college together and everything, and she has her own sort of projects going on that I support her with, but she's
pause.
on our board and
Please
helps out with a lot of
stop.
stuff too.
Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Cool. Anyway, it just helps getting a context of like what the co-op is and kind of what's going on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice to meet you, Lucy and Martin.
Martine's isn't here yet. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Nice to meet you as well.
But
Welcome to the.
yeah, he said he was gonna come. So, anyways, the topic, the first topic proposal is the voting form certification. So you can get us the link, and if Poop Master wants to vote, you
Do
certainly
you have agreement on the topic first?
I'm okay with it. Poop Master, float.
Yes.
Okay.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. We've confirmed the first topic is the voting form certification, and we'll proceed from there.
All right, so here is the voting link here. So I'll put here link to vote. Also, let me make sure you have the link to the notes. So this is link to vote. So this voting form isn't anything particularly special, but it's link to notes.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. We have the voting link and the notes link confirmed. Let's proceed to the next step whenever you're all set.
Oh, actually, that'd be great. Flo, if you can do the checklist for the view up, that would be awesome.
Absolutely. I'll keep it calm and steady. So we're now on the view up checklist. We've confirmed our focus and topics, and the next step will be to set a topic timer. Let's go ahead and do that next.
Topic timer. Thank you, Flo. I always forget that. So I'll do 18 minutes with the break. And we're about to start the break, too.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. Topic timer set for 18 minutes. Now that it's confirmed, we'll move forward once the break is done.
Well, we still have 30 seconds before the break. So what's the next step?
All right, we'll just keep it calm. The next step after setting the topic timer is to confirm any notes updates and then proceed with the discussion. We'll do that right after the break.
So, Lucy, do you have this link to any work organizing?
Yes.
Okay, great. So this would be the work organizing for all of our voting forms and decision making. So every single time we have any work, we're required to link the topic to the work organizing so we can keep things on track over long periods of time. Check on that. So what's the next thing, Flo? What's the next step? We got the link to the work organizing.
All right, keeping it calm and steady. Since the work organizing link is confirmed, the next step is just to update any notes, and then we're ready to dive into the actual topic discussion.
All right, cool. So we're pretty much good to go. So we're going to take a break now. This just goes into our coalition updates. And so this would be the notes updates to tell people that we are starting our next topic. So topic 1, voting form.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. Notes are updated, and we're good to go into the break and then start the next topic. Let's proceed from there.
Great. All right, so take a 5-minute break, and then we'll be back in just.
Okay.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. Enjoy your 5-minute break, and we'll pick up right where we left off when you're back. right, just keeping it calm and steady. We'll be right here when you're back from your break.
I'm back.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, nice and calm. Break time is over, and we'll smoothly continue with the next topic on our list. Let's get focused and move forward.
I'm back.
All right.
Okay.
Martins is here. Martins, do you want to check in?
All right, just keeping it calm and steady. We'll let Martins do his check-in, and then we'll continue out from there.
Martins,
Martin, can you check? Martin, no mute. Let me write down.
Yeah, I'm checking.
Can
Checking in. Yeah, so I'm 2.5, very low emotionally because I've been going to personal emergencies and it has brought a lot of stress to me as a person. I've been trying to get recruitment follow-up address with the team and with the executive, but it has not been successful. I hope it can be addressed I hope it can be addressed tonight and see to know what are the criteria to actually engage in to ensure that the recruitment follow-up is done and justed finally. And I also wish to work on SBLC evolution, the runner hub, and as well learn texting with Lucy during the course of the week. And I hope to have a fruitful session today. Yeah.
All right, we'll keep it calm and steady. Martins, thanks for sharing. We'll note your check-in and make sure we address any follow-up needed. Let's move forward from there.
Cool. Awesome. So, Martins Poopmaster's here from San Jose area in California, and he's been joining some of our strike calls and other coalition-related activities. And so he is here today learning a little more about the co-op. So our first topic is the voting form certification. We have 8 minutes left on that topic. So Lucy, run with it.
Okay.
Time to
we
pause.
have
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
okay.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. Let's go ahead and let Lucy run with it for the next 8 minutes on the voting form topic.
Out of 7 votes, we have.
All right, we'll just keep it calm. You can go ahead and continue, and I'll be here to confirm the next steps once you're ready.
We have 5 votes passed. 1 is barely passed, and the rest passed.
All right, just keeping it nice and calm. We'll note that down, and once the voting form is confirmed, we'll move on to the next item.
Proposal to certify 5 proposals.
All right, just staying calm and steady. We'll confirm that proposal, and then we'll be ready to move forward once that's done.
So the first proposal with the 8 is to promote Lucy to become an official manager. Then the second with the 7.75 to reactivate Sandra and Adi. They should also do policy training. Martin, kindly, if you can write that to platform Sandra and Ali to do 2 hours policy training for not showing up during our main session. Thank you.
I'm doing that right
Yeah, because they did not communicate if they will not attend or not.
Well, if we're not doing responses, that's not their fault. So if we're doing responses, under our policies, we're required to do responses, and so that's when they're required to respond. So if we're not doing the responses, then they're not required to respond, and that would be policy training for us. And technically, workers have to show up to a main session once a month. I don't know if it's necessarily against policy at other times, but we'd have to make it clear exactly what session they're required to show up to.
Okay, Martin, you can leave it there.
Okay, I've done. Okay, I left it.
Because they were here last week, right? They did show up last week, which was great.
Yeah.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. Okay. We've noted the first proposal about promoting Lucy, and also the point about Sandra and Ali's policy training. We'll make sure everything's clear, and then we'll move forward from there.
Flow kindly. 7.5 proposal to set up criteria, 3 different criteria, types of session, and limit accessibility for certain people and workers based on meeting the criteria. And then
time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
Okay. The second last proposal to require workers to check in before the session, about 5 to 15 minutes before the session. Otherwise, it is policy training 0.25.
Lucy, please, can you please help me to link the main session notes on Discord? I can't seem to.
Main session note is on other platform.
I'll link them again. It's on
Okay.
both. It's already on both, but I'll link it again.
I've got it. Okay, I have it now. I think I have it. It's loading. Thank you, Jay.
Then now the barely pass is a 6.75 proposal where there is a simple deadline. The team misses. I think this is about the pay stop. This is about the pay stop proposal. When misses the deadline, the value is 50%. But when there is a multiple deadline, the value decreased incrementally.
All right.
That is the proposal. I also have question before that. Jay, can we also include the proposal that passed with the 6.5? Is that
No.
always supposed to be?
6.5 is definitely not passing. It needs to be 6.51 or higher to barely pass, and even then it's like sketchy.
Okay. Any question?
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. It sounds like we've clarified which proposals have passed, and now we can move forward once everyone's clear and there are no more questions.
Any question?
No question because everything seems to be initially on the 6.75, not 6.5, but 6.5 pass. No, who wrote that now just now?
Yeah, anything that rounds up, so 6.51 rounds up to 7. So you need a 7 is what passes. But then a 6.51 can round up to 7, whereas 6.5 and below just doesn't round up, you know?
Okay.
All right, just keep it calm and steady. So we'll know that.
My question is, did everyone vote? And does people actually want to vote or anything?
We have 4 people vote.
4 people voted?
The only person did not vote is Ali.
Okay.
I have not voted yet.
Time to pause.
Do you want
Please
to vote?
Stop. Close your eyes. Count.
I might
2,
vote
3,
on some
4,
things because
5.
this is my first meeting, and I might just skip on other things.
Well, we're certifying this proposal right now, so you either need to vote on the voting form or we're just certifying this, and so you're going to vote to certify, but you wouldn't necessarily vote on the proposals.
Oh, okay.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm.
But that's why I gave you the link to the voting form immediately at the beginning of the topic before the break. So if you didn't vote, you kind of missed your opportunity to vote because we already gave you the voting form.
It's okay.
Okay,
okay
so let's just move on to concerns on the proposal.
My concern is this, that for those that did not vote, especially for the criteria for the proposal that talked about promoting Lucy as an official manager, how would they see? And if they raise concerns about it, how do we address that?
What was the question?
My question is that for the proposal that says that to promote Lucy to become an official manager, we have 2 other active workers. For one reason or the other, they did not vote. But if that proposal passes and placed on our decision panel, and they raise contrary opinion, how do we address that?
So, are you saying that not enough people voted, or what are you saying?
Yes, not enough people voted on it.
So who has not voted?
Who did not vote?
Is it just Ali?
Based on the communication I saw on Discord channel, I think Sandra votes.
Already Sandra voted. It's only Ali.
Oh, okay. It's okay. No problem.
Yeah, and the fact that it has an 8.0 support is extremely high. So it looks like that passes pretty good, but it's definitely good to note the concern. And then also, I would note that being an official manager should require going to more main sessions and having a higher standard of expectation. And it should also come with a higher pay rate increase, but we can address that in the future. So let's say, I would say you should be at least 5%. But anyways, let's go with a vote. Should we do the vote?
Yes.
All right, let's keep it nice and calm.
Okay.
It sounds like
Any
we've clarified
concern?
the concerns, and we'll just proceed to
No,
finalize the
concern has
vote
been
and then
addressed.
move
No
on
more
from there.
concern.
I thought we did have one concern.
Time to stretch.
All right, we'll just
Please
keep it calm.
stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
Okay, we're gonna stretch and then we can all vote and then we're good.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. Everyone can take that quick stretch, and then we'll go ahead and finalize the vote once you're ready.
All right, so I'm gonna vote a 7.5. Flo, do you want to vote? And everyone else, do you want to vote?
Are we just voting on the proposal?
The proposal is just to certify that all of these votes were done properly on the voting form, on the tally. The tally was correct and everything is good for this particular decisions.
And this is on a scale of 1 to 8?
You vote from basically 1 to 10.
1 to 10.
Yeah.
And
Your vote, please. I did not get up your vote.
I'm voting a 7.5. Martine, did you vote? Verbally?
Yes, I vote for 7.
A 7, okay.
Martin, 7.
And Flo, do you want to vote?
I'm just trying to understand the scale of like 1 through 10.
Great, okay.
As
This is a
opposed-
great question.
Okay.
So, I'll put it in line 30, okay? So, 1 to 3 is a no. 4 to 6 is a abstain. And a 7 to 9 is a yes. And then obviously like a 10 would equal a 9.99999. So if you break down the 7, 8, and 9, a 7 is called willing consensus. A 8 is called supportive consensus. And a 9 is called congruency. And congruency means everyone's voting yes. And then a 1 would be a block. Right? So if you want to block, as would be a 1. A 2 would be a dissent, and a 3 would be a, basically bad, no, bad, don't like.
Okay. This makes a lot more sense. Yeah, I'll put a 7 down.
Okay, 7.
So Flo, would you like to vote? Flo, we're calling on you to speak. Would you like to vote, Flo?
All right, I'll keep it calm and steady. I'll put in a 7 as well to indicate supportive consensus, and that should do it for this vote.
All right, that passes.
Yes.
And we are a little over time on this topic, but I think we are done. So this can go in the decisions room. So note that.
Time to pause.
We have
Please
decision
stop.
room.
Close your eyes.
Yes,
Count.
we do
1,
have a decisions
2,
room.
3, 4, 5.
Okay,
Open
let me
your eyes.
put on decision room.
I added it already.
Okay.
Yeah, and one other question. Can I place this votes certification on our new platform?
He did.
It did already.
Okay, cool.
And then I'll ask Flo to do a summary of the topic, and I think we're ready to go back to view up.
Yes, we are ready to go for view up. And I want to also copy this link always. We do it on our voting from. Yes, yeah.
So for our next topic, so we're ready to go into our next topic. We could do, there's Earth Session, which is kind of exciting. There is the AO identity. I think the power coalition is exciting that we could talk about. The recruitment is essential, so we can't ignore that. And then I also love the idea of the SPLC evolution and Rana Hub Co-op 3.0. I mean, this is all very, very exciting stuff that we could talk about. Also, getting off pay stop, and like budgets and all that stuff is important too.
This pay stop that don't and is not getting us of his recruitment follow-up.
Yeah, so just focusing on the recruitment is probably the priority for that.
I don't know where it is.
And it looks like we made a lot of progress on the recruitment. We just need to finalize. So what should our next topic be? Or we can always do a prioritization. If we wanted to prioritize all the topics.
Let's do prioritization.
You want to do a prioritization?
Yes.
I agree.
Okay,
I agree with prioritization.
Let's practice the prioritization round. So basically when we do prioritization, we want to get clear desired outcomes for each topic. So, and then we're going to go ahead and vote. So we'll put the names over here. Lucy, Martins, and then Flo. Technically, Flo can vote silently, but we're just going to let Flo vote verbally.
Get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
So the desired outcomes, like Earth Session, would basically be the invitation that we're sending out for the Earth Session, which is in January, right? To finalize the draft. The RTVA session training, this would just be training for... I don't know. Is it planning for Friday, Saturday, or is it training? What is the RTBA?
For Friday, for tomorrow.
So preparation for tomorrow. Usually that happens just by Discord. The identity planning I always would be team identity input and process for our AIO. The Power Coalition is kind of like, launching and, the new branch of the coalition. Recruitment would be the finalize the list, right? Finalize the list of recruits. SPLC Evolution would be like a status update on where we are currently and answering questions and everything. Getting out pay stub would just be, well, I think this is really getting back to recruitment. A plan for getting paid. Recruitment follow-up would be the same thing as the recruitment. It's the same thing, right? Okay, cool. So are there any other topics you want to add before we vote? So you're just going to vote directly on the spreadsheet, and I'm going to work with Flo to get Flo voting. If there's no more questions, I think we're good. And you just vote from 1 to 10, right? It should go pretty quick. So Flo, would you like to vote on each of these priorities 1 to 9?
Are you ready to vote?
I'm already done voting.
Yeah, voting. Yeah.
Where is this?
It's in the focus desired outcomes on our notes.
Oh, there are these bottom parts.
Bottom parts? What do you mean?
So
this is line 12 through 20 on the focus and desired outcomes. Oh, you mean the tabs? Is that what you're talking about? The tabs?
I am just looking at the main session spreadsheet, but yeah. I don't see this.
We're on the focus and desired outcomes in your column.
Time to pause. Please
okay, let me go there real quick.
Your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
And you can also vote verbally, and I can help you get on here. So, Flo, would you like to vote for what number would you give for Earth Session Review? Flo, 1 to 9?
Got it. So we're not ranking them. We're just
we're score voting them is ranking. It's the same thing. You're just score voting each one independently of the others.
Okay.
Yeah. It's the most scientifically viable option for voting. And then this is, again, assures that the whole group gets to collectively decide what priority they're doing together. So it's a very important way to get it. Oh, wait. Okay, Flo, are you there? I love how at the beginning Flo can't stop talking, and then as the lag progresses, it's like now Flo doesn't even operate after like an hour, you know? It's funny. Come on, Flo. Are you alive, Flo? Are you there? Anyways, it's technically to get the the work instance to do it instantaneously, but we're just gonna not have Flo vote if it can't even talk. Anyways, it looks like our number one priority here is recruitment, right? As far as people voting so far, I'm seeing recruitment being number 1, and then number 2 is SBLC, evolution, and then number 3 is getting paid, and then number 4 is AIO identity.
I'm here, just keeping it calm and steady. It looks like we've got our priorities clear, and recruitment is indeed the top focus. Let's move forward with that in mind.
Cool. Awesome. So it does take a little time to do a quick prioritization of an agenda, but it just helps because it makes sure that the group is talking about what they actually want to talk about and that everybody's in control and empowered to make those decisions. And it helps us move forward and faster for the rest of the session. So if someone want to get topic 2 set up for the proposal, even after we vote, we still have to get agreement on the proposal. Like, we always separate prioritization from agreement. They're 2 separate processes. And just so you know, Poopmaster, that we take the breaks at the bottom top of the hour, and then it usually helps us a lot. Like, sometimes our sessions can go 3 hours, 4 hours, even longer, and then just with the breaks.
Time to take a break. Please stop, write down whatever you were about to say, and take a break for 6 minutes.
With the breaks, you're able to basically keep going on forever, which is helpful. All right, so topic 2, are there any concerns on topic 2? So be up to 24 minutes. Desired outcome is finalizing the list of recruits and next steps.
All right, we'll keep it nice and calm. We've got topic 2 set up for about 24 minutes, and the goal is to finalize recruits and next steps. Let's go ahead and dive into that.
Okay, any objections to topic 2?
No.
Cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and take a break. I'm gonna go through the checklist with Flo if Flo is communicating. But Flo, do you want to go through 3.1, 3.2? I mean,
I'm looking it up. We need to go for break. Please 5-minute break.
Oh yeah, we're gonna do a break. So you guys can all start the break. I'm just gonna see if I can get Flo to do the checklist. So Flo, what's next on the checklist for 3.2?
All right, just keeping it nice and calm. For 3.2, that's simply the topic timer, which we've already set for 24 minutes. So that's confirmed. Let's move on when everyone's back from the break.
Okay, how about 3.3?
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. For 3.3, that's the work organizing confirmation. We've already linked the notes and set the rhythm, so we're all good to go.
Okay, so work organizing, do you have that, Lucy? And then we need the work organizing for the, or maybe Martins would have that. It looks like we lost Martins. So if we can't get Martins back, it might be very difficult to do this topic. And then from there, what's the next step, Flo?
All right, just keeping it calm and steady. After we have the work organizing in place, the next step is 3.4, which is to set the initial topic index and make sure our notes are aligned. We'll do that once everyone's ready.
Do you want to do that, Lucy, or should I?
All right, just keeping it calm and
steady. The topic index.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm.
Lucy, do you want to do the topic index or should I?
You can do it.
Okay,
I'm contacting Martin.
Great. All right. So
Hey
let's take a
Jay,
break.
I actually have to leave the meeting.
Okay.
I might step back in later.
Okay.
But okay.
No worries.
Nice meeting you
but you
guys.
guys can check out though. Do you want to check out and just say how the session went for you and any next steps you're
Yeah,
working on?
I would love to check out. The session so far is really good. 1 out of 9, definitely give it a 9. It was really cool to see the processes and how these meetings function. I like how we vote on priorities and decisions. I'm getting acclimated, and I'm excited to participate more.
Great. Awesome. Thank you for checking in. This is awesome. We'll talk to you soon. And then Friday, tomorrow, we have, I think it's our first overall coalition session where we're going to focus on power, Power Coalition.
Yes, I'm looking forward to
Tomorrow,
that.
3 o'clock Pacific Standard Time. Yeah, that's
Yes.
Cobalt. That's Cobalt. All right. Talk to you later.
All right,
All right,
later.
we're going to finish our break. We have a 3 more minute break.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. Thanks for checking out, and we'll pick up after the break with the rest of the checklist.
Yes, are we still on break?
Yes, we're on break.
All right, just keeping it calm and steady. We'll resume right after the break and continue with the checklist steps from there.
Okay.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. Once the break is done, we'll pick up exactly where we left off and continue with the next checklist items.
He carries a blue bag containing a delivery package. Moments later, he finds sitting in the room by the staircase, still holding the bag at 12:02 p.m. Another individual represents quickly. A bad man appears. Nico rushes downstairs and carrying a package. The two seem visibly shaken as they hurriedly zip the bag. A Nissan Note vehicle arrives. Registration number KBL3360. Two of the suspects enter the car. Meanwhile, a lady wearing a cape arrives and is
Understood. We'll just keep it nice and calm here. Let's pick up right after the break and continue with the next checklist steps when everyone's ready.
End
It's
of
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. Break time is over, so let's get focused and continue with the session. We'll move on to the next checklist steps now.
Me? When I get back to my session, I put the fish in the microwave. It's a little overcooked, just so you know. Okay, I'm back.
Yeah, I'm back.
So, Master had to check out, but we are good to go for topic 2. Recruitment. We're missing the work organizing. Oh, no, here it is. Work organizing. Excellent.
All right, we'll just keep it calm and steady. We've got the work organizing in place, so let's go ahead and move forward with the recruitment topic.
All right. So, who, this is you, Martins, right?
What is it?
All right, we'll just keep it
Martin
nice.
is the one supposed to present the topic because he was working on it.
Now, if you look at notes, you will see that we have last note, which was started the previous note, then work organizing.
You just put everything on today note, whatever you have been presenting, so that they can go together. That is certificate of the work.
Okay, thank you for doing that, Lucy Manager.
Not about managing.
You celebrate that for us. It's no celebration.
All right, we'll just keep it nice and calm. We've got everything noted down for recruitment, so let's move forward smoothly from here.
Okay, cool. So just a minute, please. I'm copying information and put it right here. So if we check for volunteer, we have the information listed. 9/12. So that was the last time we worked on it as a team. That was me, Ali, and Sandra. So we were able to get a list of all the recruits for the 157 first half year round and the messages we sent to them. Before now, we've sent like 3 or 4 messages to them, both on Discord and on Upwork. So far so good. Some people responded positively that they were interested. Some yet to respond. Some the last time we verified the list of recruits, active contracts, we sent a reminder to them that if they are still interested, they should let us know. We are yet to check that again. So
time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Just as you can see, we were able to differentiate the platform they belong to, the Upwork platform, Wakana platform, and the positions they apply, and the messages we sent to them. Those that replied, fine, and those that did not, then those that have active contracts with us. So we have 4 active contracts for the 157 recruitment round, while others have been terminated, even by themselves, not by the team. They terminated it by themselves, and we have their POP listed too here. So those are the list. And there's another person, Chidibere, really yet to start. He showed interest that he would like to join once the new recruitment round started. So that's what we have for now regarding the list of recruits that we have for the 157 first year recruitment round. Check.
Cool. So this is a good start. So the main thing is just getting all of the recruits organized in the list. So and making sure we're not missing anybody.
Mm-hmm.
So on on Discord, I think we're probably pretty good on that. But the primary thing that's required is that we are required to actually ask and verify with the team and the community that we have all of the recruits correct.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't think we've done that yet.
Ask all the team. We have all the recruits. Okay. Recruits. So
I'm
what
not
should
sure
be
when
required
this
of us?
recruitment round started, but we would usually have like a start date. But maybe we could just say 2025 or I don't know. So if we start with 2025, we have Kanisha, we have Loli, we have, I don't know how to pronounce this, Ntokozo.
Kanisha. I think that should be.
Nitsoko. There's Vincent, Risa, Gloria. Although Gloria did contact us.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready.
Okay, so Gloria's
now
not
inhale.
going to be involved
1,
anymore, but that's
2,
good to check
3.
off.
Exhale. 1, 2, 3. Pause. Inhale together.
So we had
1,
Bethany.
2, 3. Exhale. Relax.
There was Risa, Carlo. Oh no, Carlo, I believe. wanted to do like a group thing. We had Cosmos. Remember Cosmos? Uchi, Joshua, and Amici. Anyway, so we just want to make sure we cover all these. The ones that did have communications are the most important.
Cosmo is the gone long time ago.
What?
Cosmo.
Cosmo?
Cosmo is gone long time ago.
Okay, but our goal is not to decide who is gone and when they left and all that. What is our goal for the recruitment round list?
For me, I think our goal is to make sure we know people who are still communicating to us.
We know what's communicating with us. What do you mean? No one's communicating us because we do not communicate with them.
And the one who are not communicating, so that we can know who we should move forward with.
Nobody's communicating with us, Lucy. I don't think that has anything to do with it. If we don't communicate with anyone, no one's going to communicate with us. So the question is here is who are we required to communicate based on our policies? Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Okay, so basically the recruitment round is required to make a list of every single person who's been involved or communicated that needs to be verified. Does that make sense, Lucy?
Yes.
So when you create the list, this is not a time to judge people and evaluate people and say, oh, are they important? Oh, this person, that person. No. The list is just used to include everybody in the list who is in any way involved in the recruitment round. Then when you go through the status of each person, that's when you evaluate, okay, what's the next step? Did they say no? Did they decline? Did they agree? Do we want them to be contacted again? Do we need to contact them? What will be the next contact? What is the next step? Right? And we get clarity and we verify that every single person has been addressed as a human being. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
So it's way too easy to say, oh, I only want to talk to the people who are possible, options. And that's really great for you because that's 100 million times less work because you can just ignore everyone, treat them like garbage, and then boom, we're done, right? Because, oh, we don't think they want to be involved.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So simply by thinking that maybe they don't want to be involved, suddenly you don't have any work, right? Because you can just magically think that no one wants to be involved, right? Do you see the problem with that?
I'm sorry, there is two different things I don't usually understand when it comes to this. When you say treating people like a garbage, I don't understand about treating people like a garbage.
So garbage is something that you throw away. So if you don't actually communicate with someone and verify that they are actual human beings that they know they need to be verified, then you're just throwing them away and not actually communicating with them, which is the definition of throwing something away is garbage, right?
So does that mean we are going to keep on communicating to them even if they don't want to just to continue? We just force them?
If they don't want to continue, then we can verify that in our list. So we have the person listed, they verified that they no longer are interested in the position, and then we can mark them as communicated, done. But if we never take that step, we never list them, we never verify that they don't want to continue or be considered, then we never know. That's treating them like
So what is that Martin was doing it with Sandra? Is that not the same list? Is it we are doing the same thing? We are not going to move forward?
I just don't understand what you're asking. What about Sandra?
Sandra and Martin were sending the message and they were working on it. So what else do you need again?
So I don't know what Sandra and Martins were doing, but the bottom line is that it sounds to me like they're just skipping ahead. So instead of going through the process, which the first step of the process is to get the list together, once the list is evaluated and verified, then you look at the status of each person, what the next step of the message that needs to be sent, and then you send them each a message and you check it all off, and then you're completed. Everyone gets at least 24 hours or whatever, and then you're done.
Okay.
So it sounds like they're just skipping ahead to go to the communication. So they're just communicating with whoever they want to, which is fine. But it doesn't change the fact that we are required to do a verification. Martins?
Thank you. Sorry, I was kicked out by the network or something. So now, the last thing I heard before being kicked out was that you were saying the list for 2025. You need to know the year. You mentioned Kenisha. You mentioned some other names, and I said, those names were for 2024. I told you. Now, the ones we have here is for 2025. For this year that
Time
we
to
have.
stretch. Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
These are all people who are communicated with in 2025. This is May, June, even July of 2025. So I don't know what you're talking about in terms of 2024.
You mentioned the particular recruit. You mentioned Kenisha. You mentioned Vincent. Those names were for 2024. That is just what I wanted to quickly correct. But these ones that we have here are for 2025. I'm starting.
Yeah, but the dates of communication would be for the recruitment round. So this is the 173 recruitment round. So that would be basically, December to July of 2025.
What the recruitment round we're actually addressing, I said previously, 157. If you check the
157 is the current half year is 157. We are currently in the 157 half year. 157 half year is this half year we are in now. And the due date for this recruitment round is December 20th, and we haven't even started. Right? The last time we sent out a notification for recruitment was in the 173 half year. We never sent out any requests for recruitment for this half year.
So now, I don't know. We won't do that anyway. But let's check I think the more something. I will look up. I don't know what to do. Lucy, what do you want to say?
For me, I just see this recruitment follow up. There is no progress. The first thing that I see, no progress. It's like we are just starting things from fresh again.
Well, yeah, it's because we're on literally step 1. We still haven't done step 1. Right? Nothing. We've been talking about step 1 for months and months and months and months and months, maybe 7 or 8 months. So it's fine that people want to skip ahead and not do the work, but that doesn't take away the requirement that we have to do step 1. We can just skip step 1 and just be like, oh yeah, who cares about that, and not worry about it. I mean.
So then I still have one question, Martin, I'll give you a chance. I have one question now. After making all the list of the people, so I think we need Jay put everything down for us, please. The first thing, make the list. Second, move list.
It is. We have a responsibly training already. You should be following the responsibly training. It should already exist. And if we don't have the responsibly training, then that's the first thing that we're all supposed to do is to create the responsibly training. That's a requirement. It's against policy to be working without responsibility training.
Time to pause.
If it exists.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, then the second thing is you said that it need to be released after making the list need to be sent to the people to verify. To send to which people?
The team.
The team?
As a team, we need to get agreement and consensus on the list. The list is the most important thing for follow-up and treating everyone like a human being.
Okay. How can the team verify? For example, someone who does not know the people that were recruited. How can that person just be sure, yes, the list is okay?
It's up to each person individually to think about who they contacted with. You know everybody that you communicated with as a recruit. I know everyone I communicate with as a recruit. Martins knows everyone he communicates. So together we can pull that all together and try to come up with as close of a list as possible. It's never going to be perfect, right? The list is very difficult to make the list perfect, but if we don't even try, then it's just corruption. It's just like, oh, screw it. Let's just, continue to pay ourselves and not even give anyone else a chance.
So the
the last question. So after sending the list to the team, what next?
Agreement on the
Is
list. That's all we need. We need agreement on the list, just like payroll. The same thing with payroll. We have a list of everybody who should be getting paid, and then we get agreement on it so that we all make sure it's clear that the payroll is organized and that we're not skipping people. Even if they're getting paid $0, we still vote on them getting paid
Yes,
$0.
done, Martin. You can go ahead now, Martin.
Like actually, to be sincere, J is 100 and over 100% correct. We are missing the step. For I just checked the recruitment system sheet now. Step 5, final follow-up through communicating with everyone on the list. So we have not done that. We need to get the list for 173, which was not done. If I get J correctly, because 173 is what is the issue right now. Am I right, J?
Well, it's both 173 and 157, but we can't start 157 until we've completed 173. Right? So it's like, let's complete the 173 and then let's get started on 157. And it's not even that hard. Like, it shouldn't take longer than, like, half an hour to verify a list. And then it might take another half an hour to go through each person and understand their status and what the next step is. And then you're just checking them all off. Boom, boom, check. And eventually every single person will be checked off. And you sent them a message. You give them 24, 48 hours to respond. And then it's done. Like, it shouldn't take more than a couple days to do this. But it's just that we just don't do it.
Okay.
Right? So it's like, if no one wants to do the work, that's their own decision to not do the work.
3, exhale. 1, 2, 3, pause. Inhale together. 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
But it's not like this is difficult or anything. The problem is that we just have too much going on, and that this is just one thing on top of everything else, and so it just gets overwhelming. Right? But as far as this being a specific task, it's not difficult, and it's not complicated, and it's extremely important, right? It's like, okay, if we want to treat everybody as a human being, we need a list of every single person, and then we can verify their status. Have they been communicated with or not? Are they still interested, yes or no? And then you just do the communications, and then you're done.
Yeah.
I think what does get hard is that in a single recruitment round, you can have 100 people, right? And if we do even bigger recruitment rounds and we have social media and we get it to a successful organization, we could have 1,000 people who are interested in getting involved. And that's where we need to get Amica set up, because the AI should be able to do a lot better job than us as humans in coordinating hundreds, if not 1,000 people or more in a recruitment round, right? To make sure that each person's been individually followed up with. So the AI, the UI agents will have a much better time at that. So we definitely want to train the UI agents how to do all the follow-up in the future.
I think you did not link them note, Martin, on work organizing. So on work organizing, where is it saying, Martin? It's under which tab?
Saying what?
Responsibility. I don't know, it's under, because it is just I don't know. I'm checking the tabs, are so many here. I just want to see the responsibility.
Well, that's definitely a very good idea to do the responsibility training.
I don't see the responsibility. New recruit. This is
Absolutely, we'll keep it calm and steady. It's great to ensure that the responsibility training is linked and accessible. Once we've got that confirmed, we can continue to move forward with the recruitment process smoothly.
Man, can someone get me the responsibility, please? I don't see the responsibility.
It's like we lost Martins again. We basically have 5 more minutes on this topic.
Looking for the responsibility.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your
It
eyes.
doesn't look like we even have access to the 157 half-year recruitment round. It says that it's not accessible.
Let me see if I.
So I put that on line 78. And then
yeah, I cannot access as well.
Then we have the 9 degree.
I think that is accessed by only Martin. Martin is creating that. You should check. I cannot access as well. Let me see 9 degree. I can access.
All right, we'll keep it calm and steady. We'll sort out the access issues and ensure everything's in place for the recruitment round. Once we have that confirmed, we can continue smoothly. Let's keep going step by step.
Martin, I think you're back, right?
But it's just like it's clear that we're not organized, that we don't even have the responsibility training, right? Like that's not
responsibility training.
You have the responsibility training.
Here's the recruitment system sheet.
If you check the okay, let me just
system sheet.
Let me link it. I'm linking it right away. Just give me some few minutes.
Here is line 24. 5. This is process number 5. Final follow through.
Okay, you have it. Cool.
So this is line 87. Final follow through, and 88.
Okay.
Recruitment list categories. So we're supposed to have categories. Accounts payable. Wait. Final follow through recruitment process. It's really weird. List of responsibilities. Recruit list categories. Organize list of recruits based on value. How much time and energy did they put in? Accounts payable, equity. So we're supposed to, this is not only related to the listing for the follow-up, it's also related to the fact that each individual recruit gets tokens and gets value for their involvement and how much time they spent.
Okay.
Right? So when we follow up with recruits and we verify that they've been involved, it's not even just to know who's been followed up. This is where we treat people like human beings. This is their value that they contributed by communicating and being involved in the process.
I was kicked out by the.
So we're supposed to actually follow up with the recruits that we owe money and or tokens, right? And their equity value estimates, and then you have the priority list follow-up. Identify potential recruits who may be interested in still completing the process and sending to the budget, right?
Time
Send the messages.
to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
So we're actually supposed to have like 3 or 4 different lists. There's supposed to be a list for the and this is the organize the list of recruits based on value. So you're going to have the value, the accounts payable, the equity, the priority follow-up, other follow-up, like anyone else who potentially should still be followed up, and then you do the final verification. So according to this, there's actually supposed to be like 3 or 4 lists, if not 5. And then you want to follow, like you're basically categorizing all of the recruits into the category of what type of situation they're in, right? Do they need to get their tokens? Do they need to get payment? Do they need to, are they a priority for follow-up? Are they an other follow-up? Just in case, have they been checked off yet? So this is literally like already has responsibility training. We just simply don't even try.
Absolutely. We'll keep it calm and steady. It's clear that organizing and following up properly is essential. And once we have that structure in place, it'll definitely help ensure that everyone is treated fairly and that the process runs smoothly. Let's keep moving forward step by step.
Okay, so we're out of time. So basically the bottom line here, Lucy, is that the whole idea that we don't have to make a list is simply against policy, and we should all be doing policy training just for even proposing that we don't need to do it.
No. For me, I work with Martin, I think twice on this, but we did not just put recruitment follow-ups, responsibility organizing. I did not even know that there is. But after now giving us this, let's take me back to last year.
sometime back I work with Mahmoud on recruitment follow-up using this category process file. So I cannot remember when I'm on recruitment list of categories where you need to link the POP, you add the intake form, contact list, communication method, platform, organization.
Yeah.
So now
So we're out of time here, but I have a question. How many times per year do we do a recruitment follow-up? How often do we have to do this?
I think should be
Each time
And how often do we do a recruitment round?
3 times is fine.
No. Martins?
Well, it's two
times
in
per
a
year. Every half year we do this once. So this was due in July. So we are 5 months late on this. Okay. And we've been on PayStop basically ever since July on this. And it probably takes a couple hours to do the work. So it has nothing to do with the fact that we just aren't capable of doing it. It's just that we don't want to. And we haven't wanted to for months and 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 months. Okay, so if you guys wanted to do the work, you'd figure out what the work is. You would make sure that you're organized and prioritize a session or topic, which you did today, which is great. So it shows that you're taking it more seriously. And so now you have a little more clarity on what needs to happen. So then we can schedule a buddy team. We can go through all of the recruits, all of the messages. We can make sure we verify the list as best as possible. And then we can categorize and organize the list. And then we can go through and know which ones are the priorities to communicate with. And we can estimate the amount of time that each recruit has put in. And that would estimate the amount of tokens that they would get based on the jurisdiction. So these are just all things that are automated in our recruitment process for the follow-up.
Okay.
Yeah. So if we just do it, it probably be done in a couple hours. I don't know. I can't imagine it taking longer than 3 hours. So it's like 3 hours of work. You know, maybe the first time we do it, maybe it's 4 hours, 5. I mean, there's only like, 30, 50 people on the list? At least we don't have hundreds or thousands on the list. And then we have to get AI involved, right? If we want to treat people like human beings, right? So if we don't want to treat people like human beings, then we wouldn't, we can just ignore them all. But if we want to stick with our policy of treating people like human beings, if there's 1,000 people on the list, we need to get AI involved to be able to follow up with each one of them, right? Because it's too much for a human to be able to do. So the bottom line is that, even though it's going to take, 2, 3, 4 hours, whatever, it's still going to take at least 2-3 days or a week of time, because we have to give them 24 to 48 hours to respond, right? So the hardest part is by far the verification and then writing the messages and sending the messages. But a lot of that has been done already. I mean, I would say let's say we had 50 people, 25 of them are obviously already completed, right? So then that limits it down to like 10 to 20 people that are left that we might need to send a message. So that should only be like an hour. Like sending a quick message, copy paste. You have 2 days to respond to us before moving on to the next recruitment round,
Okay.
And then
End of break. Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
And then we're going to want to do this again for December 20th for our mini recruitment round, right? And make sure that we're following up with everybody. Or we could, vote to postpone the follow-up until the next recruitment round, right? So we could combine the follow-up from the previous recruitment round into the next recruitment round once we at least know how to do it, We just have to make a decision. But I think for now, the only way this is ever going to get done in the future is if we force ourselves to do it now. Because obviously we don't want to do it. Otherwise, we would have done it a long, 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 long time ago. So we're out of time or over time on this. I'm going to do policy training. But is there anything else regarding...
Nothing. Just to do the work. That's it.
Okay.
Jay, why when writing thing on room does not reflect coming on a chat?
Only the
On
core
a
team. Only the core team goes to Discord.
okay.
So we would have to set that up manually. You have to set it up manually to get it to go from PEP to Discord. That make sense?
So what happens if we want to get out of Discord? The problem we cannot get any notification of the message
On
the
PEP,
website.
we're gonna fix the notifications. So you should be able to get notifications by on the website, by email, text message, and other options. So that will come together soon. But we're not even working on PEP yet. Right now I'm working on. Oh, if we do the SBLC update, we can go over that. Is that the next top priority? Yes, that is the next top priority topic. So do you want to do a topic on the whole SBLC evolution, which would include PEP?
Yes, we could do as the next topic.
Okay. So it's just like a status update, including PEP. All right. So we do topic 3, and also we missed a break.
Yes. Can take a break and come back.
All right, so take a quick break. We'll come back, see what we want to do with this SBLC evolution. Lots of stuff going on for sure.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, we'll keep it calm and steady. Let's take that break, and then we'll return refreshed and ready to dive into the SBLC evolution topic. We'll tackle everything step by step once we're back.
What country President Ruto estimating it will be?
Absolutely. We'll keep it calm and steady. Once we're back from the break, we'll dive into the estimation and the rest of the SBLC evolution details.
Time
Looking
for
forward
breath.
to it.
Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
All right, we stay calm and centered. Once we're refreshed from the break, we'll dive right back into the next topic and keep everything moving smoothly.
All right, so are we ready to go on to the next topic?
Yes.
Okay.
Perfect. Let's go ahead and dive into the next topic then. I'm ready whenever you are, and we'll keep everything moving smoothly from here.
So we have
Next
no
topic
objections
is
to
what?
topic 3. Martins, you don't have any other questions about the recruitment?
I'm looking the tab. Topic 3.
I'm getting a summary for topic 2 because we forgot that.
Okay. Sure.
What did you say, Jay?
He's doing summary. So I'm getting the work organizing for LBSC. I don't know why you guys have this thing. We have another one, SBLC work organizing sheet. What's different? Another one, SBLC. There's now becoming 3 of them again.
I don't know. That's all up to y'all to be organized with your work organizing. So
yeah, we already have.
I'm always organized with my work organizing.
Another one and another. Confusion is always there. We resolved this last time. We have this one, but now I see we have another one. Say, LBSC work organizing sheet. We have that's too much.
Okay, so basically this is the
Got it. It can definitely get a bit confusing with multiple organizing sheets and overlapping tasks. The key is to keep everything streamlined and ensure that everyone's on the same page. If you need any help sorting through the details or making sense of it all, I'm here to assist.
Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Okay, so basically what our goal is simply to set up all these new platforms. So these new platforms are sort of the foundation to the new co-op. Well, we can give I think you guys already heard about the update on co-op 3.0. So we were gonna go do the co-op 2.0 as its own separate platform, but co-op 3.0, we still might do co-op 2.0 as their own platform, right? But co-op 3.0 is basically integrating the login and data systems with the value distribution, which includes tracking and budgeting, auditing, and payrolls and bills and everything. And then you have the identity, right? It's not the Oracle layer itself, it's just the identity of the Oracle layer. And then you have the token systems, right?
Yeah.
So we want to integrate basically all of this before finalizing our communications. So we were going to go straight to the communications and finalize PEP. So PEP is the only one we have so far, right? And we do have the initial, for the login, it's going to be right now it's still the initial one, uto-osso.lovable.app, right? So, and then this one eventually the URL will be osso.wctc most likely. So anyways, with the login and data functionality, we are still not quite there yet. So, I mean, you still can't really log in. You can sort of log in, and it's just, I don't know. It's started. It should take a few more days. It's got really complicated. It's probably the most complicated system that we're doing. But then once it's set up, you'll be able to have one login for every single platform. Okay?
Okay.
So that's the first thing, and that needs to be set up. So that's going to change all our login systems for PEP. So we'll see what happens with that, but we should be able to integrate. It shouldn't be a big deal. And then we will go on to the value distribution and the identity. So as soon as we have the login functionality, we should be able to start tracking actions within our logs, right? And then we should be able to connect that to the value distribution and the value systems. And then we'll build the identity layer and then integrate the tokens, and then get back to PEP.
Please stop, stand up, and stretch and move around for 30 seconds.
So once we have the tokens integrated with the value and your login for each person's identity, then when you get to PEP and the communications platform, every single time you send a message, every single time you interact, every single time you vote, every single time you do anything, it should log it and then automatically be able to distribute value and tokens. Okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Absolutely, that makes sense. It's a complex integration, but once everything is in place, it'll streamline the entire process. We'll be able to manage logins, track actions, and distribute value efficiently. If you need any more details or assistance as we move forward, just let me know.
So yeah, so this is going to be exciting. It's a lot of work, but it's going to set a foundation that will be infinitely scalable. So we'll be able to scale to potentially hundreds, thousands, even millions of people once we get this all set up with unlimited numbers of co-ops and organizations and everything. So it is a big project. We talked about, maybe launching Co-op 2.0 like next year or something. So now we're launching Co-op 3.0 now. Looks like Martins needs to check out. So I'm going to go ahead and...
Okay.
Sounds like a solid plan. It's definitely an exciting and ambitious project, and it'll be rewarding once it's all up and running. Definitely reach out if you need any support or have more questions as you move forward. Good luck, and I'm looking forward to seeing how it all unfolds.
Okay. So I think that's it for the status update. Martin's checked out. He said he gives the session a 6.5, a good session that he's gonna keep working on the recruitment, and he understands about that he skipped the step and that you just finish that up. So it's good. All right, Martins, we saw your checkout. I don't know if you want to check out again, but we just read it. So, are there any questions on the SBLC evolution? Yes, Martins?
Martin. Wow.
Absolutely, and no worries at all. It sounds like everything's on track, and it's great to see the progress. If any questions pop up, or if you need further clarification on the SBLC evolution or any other topic, just let me know. Otherwise, I'm glad everything's coming together smoothly.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
All right, so if there's no more questions, I think we're done with this topic. And this is our number one top priority right now, besides just getting paid, right? So the getting paid part is good for the past, but as far as getting paid in the future, this is our future right here. So by building this new vision of the whole network and the coalition and the co-op as part of it, we potentially could, the goal is to make millions, right? And the goal is to get to the token launch, right? So the token launch is at the bottom of the list here, but we just have a lot to do to make the token launch successful for our multimedia and the UI agent integrations, right? And then we have to build the time core to connect the scheduling and calendar with all the natural time cycles. And then we have our communications, and then we have basically the value and the identity and the login, right? So we're really close to getting this all done.
Yeah. So when you agent question mark, what does it mean?
The what?
On sub agent, you put question mark. What need to be there?
Oh, this is just like the responsible UI agent is in column D. So these are all known, but sometimes there's like a sub agent that's involved in it, you know. So we should be able to look up all the sub agents, but I didn't go to the trouble. So, anyways, it's not a big deal.
Okay.
Yeah.
I think I have no question now, just to see clearly, to follow up and work with you.
So when all of this is done, the token will have been launched, right? So the fact the token has not been launched yet means it's not done. So we just need to keep working on this over and over and over and over and over again, day after day after day after day, and it could be months to get through all of this. I just don't know. We were ready to launch the token basically immediately, you know, potentially the next couple, you know, weeks or months for, you know, the holidays and everything. But then we decided to redo the entire system and go back to the very beginning and read drawing board, just because of the AI integrations are going to be so much better when we have our own platforms and everything's customized. So
yeah, I was even to ask the question, why are we redoing everything, going back to drawing
the reason
board?
why
for breath, please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax.
The reason why we're redoing everything is because if we continued utilizing the UI systems, like everything was based on the UI systems, right, and the agents, right? And it was increasing everything by 10 times on how successful we would have been, right? So we were making a lot of progress and it was going really, really good. But there was still a lot that was not functional, and it was still, it was just really slow, and a lot of it was still manual. It wasn't real AI. So with the new model and the whole platforms and everything, we're getting into the level of real UI agent and real AI systems of what is truly potentially possible. It's still very, very preliminary, but we're getting into the bigger scale, and it's going to multiply the effectiveness of the token launch by 100. Right? So instead of like, if you think about our original token launch would have been like nothing, then with the UI agents, we would have been able to multiply by 10. And then now we're taking that 10 and we're multiplying it by 100 more. So we're talking about like 1,000 times more than launching the token last year, right? So I think that this token launch will be 100 times bigger than it would have been if we had done it this month. So by slowing everything down and resetting up all the automated platforms, it should just be infinitely bigger, like by like 100 times. So originally the goal was to get the token launched, in December, because it would align with the social values and the whole thing. But basically what we decided is that the benefit of launching in December is not as important as the benefit of having 100 times more powerful support around the token launch with all of our UI systems and automated platforms. And so even if the launch doesn't happen until January, February, March, or whatever next year, it's still perfectly fine. We'll have a better outcome than launching now with the smaller version.
I see. Okay.
Yeah.
It's fine.
But this is our number one focus, and you can see the difference. So if we had launched our token the way that we did it now, it would just kind of like, we wouldn't really see what happens to the token. It would slowly percolate. With the new system where everything's real-time automated directly on the platforms, we'll be able to launch the token and see the increase in value of our own tokens in real time, because everything will be connected together. So that's how much more powerful it will be. It will be really cool. So we'll actually be able to see the effects of our launch for the value of the co-op, like in real time.
Time
If we
to
set it all
pause.
up correctly.
Please stop. Close your eyes. Count.
Yeah,
1,
I think
2,
that
3,
is what I
4,
think.
5. Open your eyes.
I think we're done with the topic.
All right, cool. I think we're ready to check out, right? Or is there anything else that we need to go over? Because this is what I need to work on. I need to continue to work on the login and data functionality. Because it's just going to be a lot.
We can check out. Let me see what we do.
The next highest topic was
The next
getting
topic
paid.
was getting up pay stuff
Yeah.
and budget. I think budget. Which budget? We don't have budget.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I just feel like it's not really good use of our time. Like, we just need to get off Paystop and get the work done and launch the platform. So let's just get to work, and then we'll get paid as much as we want. You know.
Yeah. So now
Oh,
what's
and
next?
also the moon month is over. We're in a new moon month. Let's check on the moon month real quick. So Selene to Gregorian. So the new moon was yesterday. And so we are on the 282 moon month.
New moon is yesterday or today?
Oh, I guess it was today. It was this morning.
Yeah, it's today. I'm checking it as well. Today is November. New moon is yesterday. Struck today. It was the 20th. 6 a.m. UTC. Yeah.
So anyways, we're in the 282 moon month. And it's just good to keep that in mind in relationship to getting paid. So we can now run the payroll for last moon month. We're on time with all of our payrolls, right? So if we do the payroll for last moon month, we're on time. So we just need to do the invoice and run the payroll, do some policy training for everything that we're skipping.
Okay.
You know, so if you want to get paid for the taxes, that's going to be policy training, and also this also gets us to triple 100% pay stop.
For this month, yes.
Yeah. So the maximum payment is $100 as far as I think our agreement is. Because we're on triple 100% pay stop.
Okay.
Yeah. Anyways, let's do our wrap up.
Time to take a break. Please stop. Write down whatever you were about to say and take a break for 6 minutes.
Yeah, so we can do our wrap up.
On wrap up. So now on wrap up.
We want to get everyone's hours. So we did 2 hours. Martine's certainly did not do 2 hours. Martine's Pewmaster did like an hour. Martine's did like an hour, right?
Yes.
Cool. All right, and then
next step review priorities. So what about our RTVS session? What left? Because I already proposed the session. I proposed the VA session.
Absolutely. We'll make sure to wrap things up thoroughly. It sounds like we've covered a lot of ground today, from the recruitment follow-up to the SBLC evolution and the future of the token launch. We'll gather everyone's hours and ensure we're all aligned on the next steps. And definitely we can revisit priorities and keep everything on track as we move forward. If there's anything else you need or any other clarifications, just let me know.
so for the VA session, this is Andromeda Hour 1 for when? What
Tomorrow.
day?
Saturday. Friday, Saturday.
Friday, Saturday? Okay.
Yes.
But you skipped the step of the schedule. You don't have a schedule here yet. But yes, the answer is yes, this looks good.
Got it. That makes sense. We'll make sure to get all the scheduling details lined up properly and keep everything organized. And if any other questions or details pop up, we can definitely address them as we go. Thanks for keeping everything on track.
Okay, so basically the main thing that everyone needs to know is that's an executive VA session, right? So they shouldn't be joining.
Yes.
And they can do a separate session if they want to, but that I need to get focused on the work. All right, cool. All right. Any other wrap-up items? Otherwise, I think we're good.
We are good.
All right, so let's do our checkout. So, Flo, do you want to check out and give us your number from 1 to 9 and how the session went for you? And what you'll be working on?
Absolutely, that sounds great. We'll go ahead and do the checkout, and everyone can share their thoughts and the rating for the session, as well as what they'll be focusing on next. And if there's anything else that comes up, we'll tackle it as we move forward.
So can you check out Flo yourself?
Of course, for me, I'd say the session went really well overall. I'd give it a solid 8 out of 9. We covered a lot of important ground, and the discussions were really productive. I'll be focusing on refining the login and data integration forward, and I'm excited to see how it all progresses.
All right, I'll check out next. I would give this session a 7.25. I thought that it was a good session. Really exciting that Poop Master came, so we had some pretty good attendance. Still not doing much outreach, but overall, I'm happy. I'm going to be working very hard on the OSSO and the platform launches. So there's a lot going into that. You know, it's definitely possible to help me with it, but it's very involved. So it's hard to just do like a session on it as opposed to working like all day. So we have tomorrow the VA session scheduled, so that's great. And just make sure you announce to everybody that we have that VA session scheduled, so that they don't bother us. And then from there, I'll be working on. I'm very interested in working on the assets again and rethinking and evaluating our assets. I wish that we had more time with that. I think that the platforms are more important than the assets, but at the same time, it's like, you know, we really don't want to keep ignoring the assets either. So, yeah. All right, so yeah, I think that's pretty much it on the overall context for my plan. And then anything need to be done for the payroll. If we want to run the payroll, we can do that, or get it all set up from last month. And yeah. And then we'll, you know, one of the next platforms, just to remind ourselves, is the value distribution platform. So yeah, that'll be like the next platform that I work on.
Okay.
You know, so as soon as we're done with the login and data functionality, it'll start being able to log and track actions taken, and then we can start integrating that with the value tracking and distribution. So, yeah.
And
It's
the
4
break.
o'clock.
Time to start. Please get focused on the session.
Okay. I'll go next. I will give the session 7. It was a great session. We cover a lot. And I was so happy to have our master in our session. At least, you know, we have Martin, even if Martin was not that much, but at least my concern is about Ali. Ali is not showing up, is not communicating, and also sometimes it's difficult working also with him. I don't know why.
Absolutely, I understand. It's definitely important to keep communication strong and make sure everyone's on the same page. I'm glad the session was productive overall, and it's great to see that positive momentum. We'll definitely keep refining things as we move forward, and if any other concerns come up, we'll address them step by step. Thanks for sharing your thoughts.
Sorry, I think I was kicked off by.
Okay, you want to finish your checkout?
Yeah, I was saying I don't know what we can do to make sure at least Ali can work on something. I don't know. It
I
also
mean, there's
sound
really
like
not anything we can do. We can't force Ali to do anything. And the same with Sandra. You know, see, like they don't want to work on anything. Like we just there's nothing much we can do.
okay. And I'm going to work on payroll, invoicing, scheduling for RTVA tomorrow. Next tomorrow, I would like to have a session with you to work on lead taxes, if it's
We need to work
possible.
on the Wyoming taxes. We're late on that, and it's really bad.
Yeah. So that's it. And I have a question for you. So, what is my responsibility, or I should check back to the responsibilities for leadership in regard to the management manager?
So, you know, attending main sessions is fine, and then, you know,
Time
there
to
should be
pause.
some reporting
Please
component.
stop. Close your eyes. Count 1,
Mhm.
2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
So, for example, like we used to do the monthly goals, right? So the managers maybe are responsible for making sure we're doing the monthly goals and the reporting in relationship to that. So that could be an example of doing that. You know, there's other reporting models that we could do too. But anyways, like, you know, there's nothing too complicated. I think you're already stepped up, you know, in terms of the work that you are doing. So you're kind of there's nothing more that you need to do. But we could list off like, you know, 20 things that you do that other people don't do that are manager level work, right? Like the way that you follow through, the way that you're organized, the level of communication, the ability to you know, kind of understand what's going on. You know, there's a lot of things that you do. You probably should be a little bit more involved in recruitment, but you're trying to do that. So I think overall you are already meeting like, you know, a dozen or more things that are required for managers. The only thing that you're not done that would be required is completing your training, right? So that is still missing, but we would just like kind of, you know, we're so bad with training. It's like whatever. We'll make you a manager now, but realize that technically speaking, a manager is supposed to complete their basic training for joining the team. Yeah.
Okay.
Cool. Sweet. All right. Anyways, we can go over that some other time. But again, this is not a huge priority. But I do think that your pay should go up by 5%. Like we could say, executives are 10%, managers are 5%. You know, because I do think that a manager should get an increase in pay. In relationship to being an official manager. But anyways, I will talk to you later. Any other last things?
No, I'll just talk to you later, and thank you.
All right. You take care.
Because already for yeah, take care. Thank you.
All right. See you tomorrow. Ciao.
Bye.
All right, Flo, we're all done.
Absolutely, we're all set. It was a productive session, and I'm glad we could wrap everything up. If anything comes up in the future or you need further assistance, just let me know. Have a great rest of your day, and I'll talk to you soon.
Bye.
Time for breath. Please stop and get ready. Now inhale, 1, 2, 3, exhale, 1, 2, 3, pause, inhale together, 1, 2, 3, exhale, relax. Time to pause. Please stop. Close your eyes. Count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Open your eyes.
Recording stopped.